So where were we? The end of my national service, I think. So yes, I survived my national service with nothing to show for it but the psychological damage. I had matured in some way. I no longer found the prosperity gospel remotely credible, and I'd met some really decent Christians while in the army. People who didn't speak in tongues or lay hands on the sick, but exhibited nonetheless all the fruits of the Spirit. I started working as a computer programmer and attending a vineyard church in Johannesburg. This was a great church. We had a sister congregation in Soweto. Remember, this was the South Africa of the mid-1980s. The end of apartheid and Nelson Mandela's release were at least a decade in the future. I had a few fraught journeys back and forth to attend services there, through checkpoints policed by heavily armed men who were deeply suspicious of our motives and intentions. This was an interesting time, both politically and philosophically, because the Vineyard guys really made an effort to tackle the inconsistency of the gospel position Jesus died, rose, and saved us all, contrasted with the world that we see when we look up from our Bibles. How the world operates is simply at odds with the idea of a redeemed creation. They had a slogan, I remember it even now, years later. The kingdom is now, but not yet. The kingdom is now, but not yet. In a sense, it encapsulates the internal conflict so prevalent in Christianity and religion generally. If God is good and it's all sorted, why is it not all sorted? Decent religious people wrestle constantly with this conundrum. And these are truly decent people, the genuine salt of the earth Jesus speaks about, helping in their own small way to transform South Africa and the world. But my life was taking me elsewhere, out of Africa, back to Europe, and into ministry.